Imagine a country that is consistently ranked as the happiest in the world. A country that resembles a snowy paradise, blanketed in white almost all year round. The people here are extremely calm and composed, with no scenes of noise or haste. There are no hectic large-scale events in the country's schedule. Daily life is peaceful and simple, with everyone occupied with their own affairs and not a trace of chaos. This dreamlike country is located in Northern Europe and is called Finland. About Finland. Finland has a population of 5.5 million and is known as the land of 1,000 lakes because it boasts around 188,000 lakes. In addition, this fairy tale land is home to nearly 180,000 islands. Although it may not look very large on the map, Finland is actually a unique country, with a land area of 338,000 square kilometers. Its population density is relatively low, and the combination of high social welfare and per capita income contributes to the nation's high sense of happiness. Finland's annual gross national income is $310 billion, averaging about $6,000 per person, which allows its people to enjoy a stable financial life. High per capita income is one of the many factors that promote national prosperity. In addition to being one of the happiest countries in the world, Finland also ranks third in the global passport power rankings. With this passport, Finnish citizens can travel to many countries without needing a visa. A powerful passport also opens up opportunities for them to apply for residence permits and start businesses abroad, thereby granting Finns freedom in a variety of ways. In addition, Finland is also renowned for its innovation and famous brands. Despite its small population, this country has made tremendous contributions to improving the quality of human life. One of its most outstanding contributions is the invention of the sauna, which has become an indispensable part of Finnish culture. Finland has more than 3 million saunas, which means there is one sauna for every 2 people on average. Saunas are deeply integrated into both the spiritual and physical lives of the people. Most Finns use the sauna several times a week to purify both body and mind. There is even a Finnish saying, "A house without a sauna is not a home." In the snow-covered landscape, enjoying a sauna is one of the favorite ways for people to relieve stress. Whether locals or international visitors, everyone loves to visit the excellent spas and saunas here. This not only helps maintain physical and mental health, but is especially important during the winter. The sauna helps people relax, which in turn makes the body stronger. Finland has not always been a popular tourist destination, but while many other countries have faced internal conflicts, Finland has developed steadily. For example, the country founded the globally renowned brand Nokia, which once took the world by storm with its classic mobile phone models. Although Nokia is no longer on par with Samsung or Apple today, the company is still in operation. Interestingly, there is also a town in Finland called Nokia. Finland is located between Northern Europe and Russia, with a coastline along the Baltic Sea. It borders Russia to the east, Norway to the north, and Sweden to the west. It is said that the ancestors of the Finnish people came from Central Asia and Siberia. Historians believe that the Finnish people are a mix of Slavic and Scandinavian ethnic groups from Central Asia, Russia, and Siberia. Lapland region. The northern part of Finland is known as Lapland, and the local inhabitants are called the Sami people. Tourists flock to Lapland to visit the real Santa Claus. He currently lives in the city of Rovaniemi, which welcomes visitors all year round. The capital of Lapland is also famous for having more reindeer than people. You can visit a reindeer farm or experience a sleigh ride pulled by reindeer yourself. Finland is an excellent place to witness the magnificent Northern Lights. The Northern Lights are also known as the Aurora Borealis. From September to March of the following year, tourists flock to the wilderness of Finnish Lapland just to witness the shimmering bands of yellow, green, pink, red and purple lights across the sky. It is estimated that the Northern Lights can be seen on about 200 nights a year, which means they may appear almost every night during the winter. From May to August, the region experiences the phenomenon of the sun not setting at all. As a result, Finland is also known as the land of the midnight sun. Over 90% of Finns consider themselves native Finnish people. The genetic makeup of Finns includes heritage from northern peoples, which is linked to their striking appearance. Finland is regarded as the homeland of some of the most beautiful people in the Nordic countries. Immigrants from distant regions often marvel at the captivating appearance of Finns. In addition to high income and outstanding productivity, Finland is also renowned for its exceptional education system. Education in the country is completely free and provided to everyone under equal conditions. Finland's education system is divided into two types: standard schools and polytechnic schools. Standard schools focus on theoretical teaching, while polytechnic schools emphasize practical subjects. For example, students in engineering-related fields replace traditional written exams and rote memorization with hands-on projects in laboratories and training areas. This makes Finnish education not just theoretical, but also places greater emphasis on practical application, which helps students retain knowledge in the long term. The country implements a system of compulsory education by year, and there is no private school system. Students have limited class hours each day, usually 3 to 4 hours, and no more than 20 hours per week. Students do not need to stay at school all day, nor do they have homework. Instead, they complete all exercises within the school, and courses like philosophy and logic are even taught before subjects such as mathematics and biology. Finnish people are known for being trustworthy, open, and highly responsible, qualities that have contributed to the country's current low crime rate. For example, according to a 2023 study, Finland had only 2,559 criminal incidents per 100,000 people, ranking 12th among 133 countries. The study also pointed out that the safest countries are mostly Arab nations in the Gulf region, while the most dangerous countries are generally those severely affected by terrorism or those focused solely on economic development, such as Afghanistan and Venezuela. When you arrive in Finland, you'll immediately notice the abundance of pine trees. These evergreen trees grow throughout Finland's vast meadows and forests. Because Finland places great importance on nature conservation and has a low population density, its forests have not rapidly disappeared due to urban development. As a result, the country enjoys fresh and pure air. First-time visitors to Finland, especially those coming from areas with poorer air quality, may feel slightly dizzy or even experience nosebleeds because the air is so fresh. In Finland, there is a concept called jokamiehen oikeus, which means every man's right. This idea grants the public the freedom to access most natural lands and waters for recreational use. This means you are free to walk, pick mushrooms, gather wild berries, or simply explore the vast forests of Finland. Interestingly, more than 70% of Finland's land area is covered by forests, making it the country with the highest proportion in Europe. Currently, Finland, Estonia, Iceland, and New Zealand are listed among the countries with the cleanest air quality in the world. This also means that when you come to Finland, you will be able to enjoy a high quality of life, from the climate and natural environment to living conditions and cultural atmosphere. Every aspect is exceptional. Even if you are only staying for a short time, you definitely shouldn't miss the experience of staying in a treehouse in the forest. Just imagine how wonderful it would be to wake up in such a tranquil and peaceful setting. Travelers who come to this northern land of purity often gather around a campfire at night, enjoying the connection between people amidst the tranquil Finnish wilderness. They savor local delicacies, listen to Finnish music, and explore those charming little shops. Icebreaker ships. There is another unique experience in Finland, especially suited for travelers who are short on time but have a generous budget, taking an icebreaker ship to explore the northern regions of the country. In winter, Finland's lakes freeze over, their surfaces covered with thick layers of ice, and this natural phenomenon has given rise to a special tourism industry. Travelers can ride icebreaker ships across frozen lakes and even traverse the Baltic Sea, enjoying magnificent and extraordinary moments. In addition, these icebreakers are also used for transportation between Finland and Sweden. The Nordic countries are not only famous for tourism and transportation, but also possess oil resources. For example, after discovering oil fields, Norway's national prosperity increased significantly. These countries frequently dispatch fleets to various parts of the world for shipping and also transport oil by sea. In winter, icebreakers become indispensable transportation tools for crossing the frozen Baltic Sea. These ships serve a variety of purposes, including safe sightseeing cruises on the ice, but nowadays most are used for recreational purposes. For example, the ship will stop near the shore, and passengers will jump into the icy seawater at -20 degrees Celsius. They wear specially designed inflatable buoyant thermal suits, which not only prevent drowning, but also keep them warm, making swimming in the frozen Baltic Sea an unprecedented and wonderful experience. Husky sledding. If the above isn't enough to excite you, Finland has another highly captivating experience. If you love winter travel and long to feel excitement and thrill in the snow-covered wilderness, then you absolutely must try racing across the snow in a sled pulled by Siberian huskies. This experience makes you feel as if you're in a Hollywood movie. The magnificent scenery and the thrill of racing across the snowy plains are truly unforgettable. Visa. While these sights may be quite familiar to people from places like Siberia, for visitors from distant cultural backgrounds, these are experiences not to be missed. To travel to Finland, you need to apply for a Schengen visa, even if it's just for a short stay. Because Finland is one of the member states of the European Union. For those who wish to stay long-term, proficiency in Finnish and the second official language, Swedish, is a necessary requirement. This is not only essential for communicating with locals, but also a crucial threshold for finding a job. For example, even if you have received a job offer, if you wish to work in a professional occupation, you are usually required to have at least a B2 level proficiency in Finnish. Therefore, mastering the local language is key to living and working in Finland. The shadow of happiness and national defense security. Finland's capital, Helsinki, is located at the southernmost tip of the country. The city exudes elegance and nobility, and even when viewed from above, its charm is unmistakable. Although this country is renowned for its natural beauty and high quality of life, it is surprising that the rate of depression in Finland is quite high, one could even say unusually high. This seems somewhat inconsistent with the country's excellent healthcare, educational resources, and magnificent natural scenery. However, residents of the Scandinavian region, especially those over the age of 50, tend to have a higher inclination towards suicide. Although the cold and persistently cloudy weather is a factor, it is not the main reason. In Finland, many people achieve significant accomplishments from a young age, which allows them to experience a sense of fulfillment early on. But for some people, it becomes difficult to bear this sense of having already reached the peak of life as they grow older. It is believed that a lack of faith in the afterlife, which is quite common in countries like Finland, Norway and Sweden, may be one of the factors contributing to this psychological state. When people lack belief in something beyond reality, their psychological resilience can easily collapse. Perhaps religious faith is precisely the key to maintaining the human will to survive. Therefore, in Scandinavian and Baltic countries, many people around the age of 50 sometimes feel that life has lost its meaning. In addition, the difficulty in accepting the aging process may also push them to the brink of collapse. On the other hand, Finland shares a border with Russia, which has long subjected the country to the fear of nuclear war, making people accustomed to thinking about how to survive in wartime. Currently, Finland has air raid shelters that can accommodate up to 1 million people. That brings us to the end of this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.